Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is a fun collaboration. We host the first of every month. It's called Signs of Fall, and I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. This is my sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, oh my goodness, you know we love you guys. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number one. So for this DIY, I'm going to use this decal I got from Cricut Design Space. One of these pumpkins I had on hand, but you could use any pumpkin shape. And then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paints in the color Celery, in the color Pumpkin, Plaster, and then my metallic in Rich Espresso, some Burlap from Dollar Tree, and then two of these awesome signs that I got from Dollar Tree as well. So I'm going to start off by removing those pumpkins and keeping them aside for later. And then I'm going to rip off all the paper. Now you guys, this one, it didn't come off as easy, but that second one, I wish I would have recorded it because it was so smooth. It just all came off on once. It was amazing. But once I had all the paper off, then I spritzed it down, both of them, with water and let them wait about 5 minutes. And then I took my paint scraper here and I just scrape off that extra layer of paper and glue. And then after that, I just sprayed it all down. I did that with that pumpkin too. And I sprayed them all down with my Goo Gun and just wiped off any excess glue that might have been sticking on there. Then I laid them bottom to bottom, as you see there. I took some giant craft sticks. I cut two of them. I cut the rounded part down so that they would fit on that smaller ends. And then I'm going to use my Tight Bond multi-surface glue and hot glue to attach those craft sticks to the back, and then that way it makes those two signs become one sign. And I actually I got this idea when I saw these signs, and then I was talking to Kathy Joe and she was like, I'm going to put these two signs together, and I just laughed. I'm like, yeah, that's what I was going to do too. So you're going to see something that she does soon that's similar. So as you can see there, I painted the sign white and I painted the pumpkin with my pumpkin color. Here I am just taking my ruler and I am marking about 3/4 inch from the edge, just kind of little lines here and there, so that way when I laid out my painter's tape I would know exactly where to lay it, and then it would be all even, or at least real close to being the same size, because I want to make that a border. I really loved the way they had the border on that paper. Everything else, you know, was just kind of okay. Of course, you know, they have to add glitter to their stuff, but so I wanted to redo it. So I'm going to add my celery all around as a border on that sign. So here I'm taking my decal and I'm just placing it on my pumpkin. I did paint the stem of that pumpkin, or the peduncle, with that rich espresso color. And then after that, I took some of that burlap. I cut it down to fit along the middle of the front of my sign, and I'm just hot gluing the ends to the back of my sign. Then I'm taking that Tight Bond again, and I'm going to put it all around the back of my pumpkin, and then I'm going to add some hot glue as well, just like you see me doing right here. And then we're going to attach this pumpkin right to the front of my sign, just like that. After that, I took some of this Fabri-Tac by Beacon. It's glue. I got that at Walmart, and I'm going to use some hot glue, and I'm going to attach those little pumpkins that we took off of the signs, one on each end of that pumpkin. And then I took some lamb's ear here, and I'm just using some hot glue to attach them to the side of my peduncle. You could do whatever you wanted if you want to recreate this. I just kind of wanted to make this a little simple. You guys, I just love the way this came out. And I took some of these stickers you get from Dollar Tree, and I put one right on the bottom. It felt like it needed something there. And then I'm making a finger bow real slowly. I'm making a quadruple bow, so I'm just wrapping my fingers 4 times. I'm taking that end, wrapping it around the loops that are on my fingers, and then coming back around and going through that loop that I just created. I slow that way down so that you guys can see. It is kind of hard for me to explain. I hope my explanation helps you guys. Then once I tightened it, I cut down the legs and glued it on the peduncle, or the pumpkin stem. I took the hanger that came off of one of those, I threaded it through with my tapestry needle, and I tied double knots on the back to make sure it didn't go through the hole that's on the sign. And then that's all there was. I absolutely love how this came out. I think it is just so pretty, and just, I don't know, it looks like you could buy it from the store. You have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box below. Okay, so every month I get together with my friends Amanda with 6 kids and a glue gun, and Chantel with Crafty Hints, and we host a playlist. This month's theme is Signs of Fall, so it's all signs about fall. So make sure you check out their channels. I'm not sure if Chantel will have a video out. She had a death in the family, so I'm not sure she's going to be able to get one out, but make sure you check out her channel as well. Watch some of her videos, help support her. I'll have links to their channels in my description box, as well as the playlist. Make sure you check out the playlist as well. Okay, so here is DIY number 2, another one I absolutely love. Okay, so I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paints in the color Pumpkin and in the color Moss. I'm going to use this Folk Art acrylic paint. It is in the color True Burgundy. I'm going to use some of this beautiful fabric from Dollar Tree. This is a stencil I got from Amazon last year. It is in my Amazon store if you're interested in getting it. It comes with, I think, like 8 different stencils. One of these, I think these are like 8-inch rounds. I got those from Hobby Lobby. One of these wood rings, they're actually MDF rings from Dollar Tree. And then this, I believe, is like a 10 or 11-inch wood round that you get from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start off by painting one side of each of those rounds plaster, and then I painted the ring, the hoop, with that burgundy color. Once they were all dry, I took my fabric Mod Podge. This is really thick, so it really hangs on to that fabric. I am just going over the non-painted side of my round, and then once I got that all on there, I'm taking my material and just kind of pulling and straightening to make sure there's no wrinkles in it. And I don't know why I didn't cut it out to begin with, but after that I just trimmed off all the excess. I would recommend cutting it down before you put it on there. I don't know why I did it the way I did. But anyways, after it was all trimmed down, I just took my regular Mod Podge, because that thick fabric Mod Podge can take forever to dry, and I didn't want to wait forever. So I just used my regular Mod Podge and went over that fabric. And that just puts an extra layer of protection. So I'm just taking that True Burgundy, and I am going over the word blessed with my stencil brush. As you can see, I added painter's tape all around so that I wouldn't get the burgundy inside of the pumpkin lines. And so once I have this all onto the words, then I will remove the painter tape there, and I will use a very small paintbrush to go over the pumpkin lines. I thought about drawing my blessed word and then covering it with tape so I could do the pumpkin, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try it with a small paintbrush and see how it works. And it actually came out really good. I was really surprised. In fact, I think it had more bleeding on the word than on the pumpkin itself, but I was able to fix the little bit of bleeding I had on the word. But I really love the way this came out. It's so pretty. And I had a subscriber, I can't remember who it was, but told me that she used this True Burgundy, and so I thought, well, I'm going to try it, and yeah, I love it. So I'm going to use my little Cricut weeding tool there to poke holes in that fabric where the hanger goes. And then I'm going to add my Tite Bond and my hot glue on the back of that smaller round that has the stencil on it, and I'm going to add that right to the middle of my bigger round with the fabric. And then I am going to add some of my Tite Bond glue and my hot glue, and I'm going around the back side of this ring And then I'm going to add that right on top of the round so it looks like a frame. I love this. When I put this together, oh, I thought I was brilliant. Anyways, I took 3 plain colored beads that I had, and these are just wood beads from Amazon. I'm taking some of that moss, and I put those beads on painter's tape to hold them in place, and then I'm just painting all around with my moss color. Then I'll turn the tape around because I always, if I don't do that, I always end up missing some part on the other side. And then I dry it, and once it's dry, I turn those beads over and paint the top side of the bottom, or the bottom side anyways. Once they were all dry, I took some of these beads, the rest of the colored beads here I got from Amazon. They are in my Amazon store as well. And I just put them through a hanger that I had, and I am just adding that hanger back to my wood round here. And then I took some raffia, and I'm just going to make a bow with it. And it can be a little tricky, not too bad, but I just make a little bow with it here. I love how this came out. Oh, you guys, I just love this one. Anyways, I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to cut it all down. And I don't remember where I got this. I've had this in my stash for quite a few years, but you know, you can always get it at Dollar Tree, or Walmart has it, Hobby Lobby. And there it is. I absolutely love how this came out. Oh my goodness. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys, I love you all so very much, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. And if you're new here and enjoyed today's video, I hope you'd hit that subscribe button, become part of our YouTube family. And then if you guys would please give me that thumbs up and comment and watch those ads, that really does help my channel, and it helps YouTube know you enjoy it, and it pushes it out for others to see. And then if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find the links to my social media accounts as well as my affiliate accounts in the description box below. Then here's DIY number 3. I also have a P.O. box down there in case anybody wants to send me a, you know, a letter or card or whatever. Okay, I'm going to use one of those shells from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. I am going to use my Chalk Couture chalk paste in color Rust, Pesto, and Shimmer Harvest. And then I'm going to use this Hello Fall. It comes in a 4-pack, and this I believe is called, what is it? Framed, I think it's Framed Autumn Vibes, I think is what it's called, which I think is a weird name for it because it's not all autumn. But anyways, I start off by painting that shelf with my Ivory. I paint it front and back. Then I take this stencil, because it is the first time I've used it, I'm fuzzing it. And if you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, we fuzz it the first time, so that way it doesn't pull up the paint from my surface. Here I'm laying it, right, trying to get it as centered as I can. And then I make sure that there's no bubbles or anything. And then I'm going to go over the middle part with my Shimmer Harvest. And then I'm going to put little pieces or blotches, I don't know, of each color all around the rest of it. And then I'm going to kind of brush it all on together. I absolutely love the way this comes out. It is so beautiful. But if you are, if never heard of Chalk Couture, or if you're interested in it, I am a Chalk Couture designer. I do have a link to my page in the description box if you'd like to check it out. If you've been interested and would like to check it out or try it, I usually recommend our Chalk Couture Club, our Couture Club. It's $21.99 a month. You get an exclusive 8x11 transfer that you can only get if you are a club member. And then you get 3 coordinating single chalk pastes that come with it every month. If you sign up, you do have to sign up for at least 3 months before you can cancel. But I always think that's a just nice way, if you can afford $22 a month, it's a nice way to kind of try it out and see what you think about it. But I love it. I became a designer before I ever even tried it, just because I watched others do it and I just thought it looked so cool. And I absolutely love it. I love doing it. But yeah, you can find a link to it in my description box if you're interested, or you can always email me or ask in the question if you have any questions about it. I'd be happy to answer it for you. So once I had it all done, I removed my transfer there and I went and cleaned it because you want to clean it right away. And then I decided, I was looking at it going, what, I need something along because it just looks too white there. So I took some of this ribbon I had in my stash. This came from Dollar Tree, and I cut it all down to size, and I'm just hot gluing the sides on, and then I'm going to go over those sides with some on the top and on the bottom, just like you see me doing. Now with this ribbon, it's kind of sheer a little bit, so I really had to brush away some of the hot glue little chunks that was showing once I put it on there. But anyways, I got it all brushed off. I took 7 tumbling tower blocks here, and I am hot gluing them end to end. And then I am going to paint them with my ivory chalk paint. I also did a set of 3, and I painted them as well. I'm going to use my Tite Bond glue again, as well as my hot glue. If you're not sure why I do both, the Tite Bond is for permanent hold, the hot glue is for immediate hold. And I'm going to attach this to the back of my sign, and then I'm taking that strip of 3, I'm adding the same glue here, and I'm going to add that to the back of those tumbling tower blocks that I just attached to my sign. That way it will stand. It gives it a lot more depth to hold it up, I guess. I took some of these wood leaves. I got these from Hobby Lobby. You usually can find them there every fall, and I always wait till they go on sale. And I'm just going to hot glue one on each corner there, and then I'm going to make another finger bow just like I did on the first one, and that's all there was for it. I love how this came out. Look how pretty that is. I hope you can see those colors well. They are just beautiful, all those colors mixed together. Anyways, you have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box as well. Okay, so it is a time for a celebration of your recreation. And Nicole recreated my scarecrow. It is so adorable. At least she put hair on hers. I love it, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing. And then Lynette has been so busy. She's made all of these beautiful little pieces here, and she made even more. I love your wreath there with that calendar piece. It's so pretty. And then look at all of these that she made too. Oh, what an awesome job. That round with the blue and the gold pumpkins, just beautiful. Thank you so much, Lynette, for sharing those with us. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Facebook Messenger or Instagram, and I am always thrilled to see what everyone's making, and I'm always happy to showcase them here for you. Okay, here's DIY number 4. So this is going to be a real easy one, you guys. I'm going to use this True Burgundy again. I am going to use some of these window clings from Dollar Tree, and this year is so cool because they're like double-sided window clings. It comes with those on one side and those on the other, which I just think is amazing. And then one of these signs from Dollar Tree. Now, I had just a few videos back that beginner friendly DIY. So there were so many people that just loved it and thanked me for doing something like that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try and add more just like real beginner friendly DIYs to my videos. So this is one of those kinds. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking that True Burgundy and I'm just going to paint around the top part of this round here and then along the side of it. And now as I was painting this, I noticed that on the inside part, it's very like some of it's white and some of it has just that MDF look. So I thought about painting that too, but then I knew I'd have to tape it because I knew I wouldn't be able to paint it without getting it on that bottom piece. So instead, I took some of this braided jute cord that I have. I get this from Amazon, but if you don't have this or want to buy it, you can always get just regular jute cord like from Walmart or whatever, or Dollar Tree. And you can hot glue it, which is what I'm doing. I'm just going to hot glue it all the way around. Then it gives it a little more of a finished look and doesn't look so unfinished like it did without it. Then I took this window cling. Now I'm going to cut this off with the backing on it. Kathy Jo told me that she did something like this, and I totally forgot until I had a viewer mention it the other day that she does this, and I'm like, oh yeah, Kathy told me about that. So with the backing on it, I'm just going to go and fussy cut all around this, and this is because I don't like how much extra of that plastic they have on the edge of these window clings. I think it makes it look not as real or high-end looking. So I like to go and fussy cut around it and try to get as close to the image as I can. Now you can't always get all the way to the image because of, you know, there's just so much there. But that's okay. The more you can get off, the better. Now I probably should have, well, I couldn't have cut the middle. I could have probably cut some of that plastic off the middle. I kind of wish I would have done that. But once I had it all cut out, I'm using this Elmer's spray adhesive, and then I'm going to place this on down. I'm just going to lay this all down and make sure there's no air bubbles. And then I made another bow with that raffia. And of course, if you don't have raffia, you could just do a bow with some ribbon or twine or whatever. I took the beads that came off of this and I painted them with that true burgundy color. So I'm just adding them back to the hanger, and then I'm just going to use my staple gun to staple it back in. You can use hot glue. It doesn't have to be a staple gun. And that's all there is for this. Super easy, but you know what? I love the way this came out. I think it is so pretty. I do kind of wish I would have cut some of the plastic out of the middle of it because it's just so shiny, but it's still, it's shiny because of my lights, but in real life, it just looks really, really pretty, and it's so easy. So anyways, okay, here is the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really loved these. I enjoyed making them for you. Make sure you guys check out Amanda and Chantel's channels. Show them some love. Check out that playlist. And then, yeah, make sure you comment, like. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with all that, I will be back again on Tuesday the 5th with the 5 Under 5 challenge. So you guys have a wonderfully blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.